So basically, I've walked into a Starbucks in London, and from the moment I've walked into this Starbucks, I've been abused, and that's because the staff know me as a local homeless person, and they do not question their discriminatory abuse they are committing to me. Discrimination is basically legal in London, and the threat was to get the police to remove me from the premises while I'm just a homeless person trying to have a coffee, charge my phone, and do some stuff using the Wi-Fi, etc. But the discrimination I met with is actually legal, because if he got the police to come here to get me off the premises just by saying that I'm homeless and he doesn't want a homeless person in the shop, the police would remove me from the premises using force if they have to. Discrimination is legal in London City, the most multicultural, aside from New York, city in the world. McDonald's Leicester Square claim homeless people are not allowed into McDonald's to sit and eat food. It is not smelly homeless people, it is not homeless people who have beg on the premises, it is not homeless people who have done something wrong on the premises. It is homeless people as a category are banned from the McDonald's in Leicester Square, and the hierarchy of McDonald's is who has banned them from the McDonald's. The staff don't question this order by the hierarchy, and that is also worrying. So it is worrying that staff are accepting orders from a hierarchy telling them that homeless people aren't allowed into this McDonald's in Leicester Square. They aren't the only companies legalizing discrimination. William Hill Chinatown and William Hill Soho claim homeless people are not allowed into the shop or to use their premises or their services because homeless people apparently aren't allowed to gamble their money. So that's discrimination being legalized by William Hill, and that's a hierarchy order. So apparently the people in the shop have been told by the hierarchy within William Hill and external to their William Hill shop that homeless people aren't allowed to use their services because they are homeless. Now this is not acceptable, to allow discrimination to be legalized like this, and it is worrying that it is not being questioned. So this Starbucks, I'm not sure this Starbucks or any Starbucks has a hierarchy order about homeless people using their premises, but there is staff on Starbucks premises that are discriminating homeless people. So some situations and some reputable companies are have the hierarchical external to the premises that the homeless people are trying to access, are ordering the management to not allow homeless people, and nobody is questioning these orders, therefore legalizing discrimination. And this includes the police and other security staffs. So there's security staffs that work on the popular streets in London, and these security staffs also don't question this discrimination and will forcefully remove people from premises that have told homeless people they are not allowed in the premises. This is discrimination, and homeless people aren't to be discriminated against. I'll give you an example of why homeless people shouldn't be discriminated against. In Finland, they have a housing first project where 60% of the people in the project were able to improve something in their life that they found to be a problem and were told by others is a problem. They were able to fix it by being given their own council home, by being given a proper home to live in, paid for by the government and paid for by their welfare benefits. The 60% of them improved the problems in their life they seen as a problem or they were told is a problem. So that is proof that at least 60% of homeless people are worth your time and your effort to help them. Another thing is that homeless people are abused by the fact that people don't carry spare change to give to them, and then the homeless people find it difficult to get help they need. Which reminds me that while I'm on the topic of discrimination of homeless people in London, everyone that ever leaves their home have at least £1 in your pocket from now on, so that a homeless person will not be made to suffer rejection, and hoping that maybe you might be that final last person that they can deal with and know, and something bad will happen to them. It is important that the message is out there. You cannot discriminate against people, and you cannot make discriminating homeless people legal, and I've given you evidence and proof why. That's at least 60% of them are worth your time. So that money that you have been avoiding carrying to give to a homeless person, please, at least £1 and more if you can afford it. Save homeless people from hell on earth. Discrimination is alive and well, and it is being legalized by hierarchies in large corporations. So the hierarchy in large corporations and even small businesses, etc., are legalizing discrimination and saying to actively discriminate against homeless people, which cannot be accepted, because I've given you proof and evidence why. And that's only one proof and evidence why. There's also the fact we are only human. We are all only human. And we are only capable of doing what we know we are able to do, and what we know we should do, and what our knowledge enables us to do. So here you go. The police are also discriminating homeless people and allowing discrimination of homeless people to occur in London. It must be stopped, but how you can help is never to leave your home without at least £1 in your pocket, so that a homeless person doesn't suffer rejection. And the more people that help, the easier it's going to be for that homeless person to get their life back on track. Trust me, I know from experience.